New York, 1911. The first light of dawn filters through the grimy windows of a Hester Street tenement, softly illuminating a meager mattress where 14-year-old Anna Levy stirs. She wakes before the sun fully crests the horizon, the air hanging heavy with a lingering scent of boiled cabbage and the pervasive dampness trapped within the narrow brick walls. She rubs her fingers, already showing calluses despite her youth, and listens to the building creak and groan as dozens of families begin to stir. Crying babies, men lacing up their boots. The clatter of a pot from somewhere below this is the sound of mourning. Anna risses quietly, careful not to disturb her younger siblings sleeping beside her. Her mother is already in the kitchen, which is really just a corner of the room, heating water in a dented tin pot. Breakfast is a simple affair, a slice of stale bread softened by steam. Sometimes there's butter, but not today. Anna wraps the bread in a cloth to eat on the way. Her mother gently but quickly ties her hair back, a gesture that feels both tender and hurried, then kisses her forehead. "Be careful," she whispers, a constant refrain, and Anna always nods. The tenement stairs are shrouded in darkness, the hallway thick with the smell of coal smoke and damp laundry. Outside, the street is a vibrant tapestry of motion. Pushcarts creaking, horses clopping over cobblestones, and the shouts of vendors hawking yesterday's apples at today's prices. Anna pulls her shawl tighter against the chill and joins a stream of girls her age, all heading toward the factories in Greenwich Village. They walk quickly, their breaths forming fleeting white clouds in the cold air. Their conversation brief, mostly complaints about the supervisors or hopes that today's shift won't run late. The factory looms ahead, the Triangle Shirtwaist building, tall and imposing, its many windows catching the early morning light. Inside, the heat hits immediately, thick, humid, and saturated with the sharp scent of chemicals. Rows of sewing machines stretch across the floor, a vast, metallic forest. The constant chatter of hundreds of needles fills the air, a relentless rattle that never truly ceases, even in her dreams. Workers hang their coats on hooks, but the girls are instructed to drape theirs behind their chairs. Fewer reasons to stop moving, the owners say. Annecy is near the center, where finished shirtwaists are passed down the line. Her task is to trim loose threads and check for imperfections. She must work quickly, processing dozens per hour, all while a foreman patrols the rows, tapping shoulders, scolding, constantly reminding them that time is money. The windows, despite the cool weather, remain locked. Company policy to keep out drafts and to deter theft. No one ever openly questions this rule. By mid-morning, Anna's fingers are already aching, not from sewing, but from the repetitive motion of the tiny scissors she uses. Open, close, open, close. Her rhythm is relentless. Sometimes she hums softly to herself to make the hours pass more quickly. Sometimes she watches the dust motes dancing in the beams of sunlight, imagining their snowflakes from the Russian winters her parents used to describe. Her friend Miriam sits beside her, whispering stories about boys on Ludlow Street or rumors of an upcoming union meeting. These small acts of defiance help to alleviate the monotony. Lunch is a brief 15 minutes. They eat sitting on crates or on the floor, sharing pickles and hard-boiled eggs, laughing more during these precious minutes than they do the rest of the day. For Anna, lunch is the brightest part of her shift. For a brief moment, the machines are silent. The building falls quiet. It feels like a breath of fresh air. But the quiet never lasts. The bell rings, the foremen shout, and the girls rush back to their stations. The clatter returns, even louder than before, drowning out every thought. The afternoon brings its own form of exhaustion. The ache in her back, the numbness in her fingertips, the slight burning sensation in her throat from the constant inhalation of cloth dust. Some girls faint, especially during the summer months. Today, one girl simply rests her head on the table for a moment too long and is immediately reprimanded. They help her drink some water, but she must return to work. There are production quotas to meet, yet the day is not without its gentler moments. A girl at the far end of the room hums a Yiddish lullaby. Someone starts tapping their foot in time with the music. Another shares a joke in Italian, and half the floor erupts in laughter. Even those who don't understand the words. In these brief exchanges, the factory transforms into something more than just a machine. It becomes a place where hundreds of immigrant daughters are striving to build future lives, stitch by painstaking stitch. As the sun begins to dip behind the buildings, the factory lights flicker on, casting long shadows. For Anna, this is the most difficult hour. The shadows lengthen, and time seems to stretch out, uncertain. The last pieces of the day's production are counted. The foremen step away. The machines, one by one, grind to a halt, and then silence. A silence so profound that it rings in her ears. Outside, evening paints the city in hues of orange and blue. Anna walks home with Miriam. Their steps slow now, their energy depleted. They talk about simple things. A new bakery opening on Delancey Street, a cousin arriving from Europe, a shared dream of one day working in a store instead of a factory. Their hopes are small, but precious. At home, her mother greets her with a bowl of warm soup. Her siblings swarm around her, eager to hear about her day. She smiles, concealing her weariness, and helps them with small chores. Later, as the tenement settles into its nightly chorus of whispers and footsteps, Anna sits by the window. She watches the city lights twinkle across the rooftops, wondering if tomorrow will bring any change. She knows it probably won't, but she also knows that she is part of something larger. One thread in a vast tapestry of girls like her, living on the margins, working tirelessly toward futures that their parents could only dream of. And in the quiet of the night before she returns to her narrow mattress, she clings to a single thought. History may never remember her name, but her days, her ordinary, difficult, courageous days, are building the very foundations of the world outside her window. The story of girls like Anna is the story of modern labor, a tale written not in books, but in every stitch they sewed. Thank you for watching. If you were moved by this story, consider subscribing for more glimpses into the lives that shaped our world.